Discovery Education Studio offers creation tools and structured collaboration features that lets teachers and students design, build, and share content in new and creative ways. Before looking into the studio, let's take a moment to see some example boards. When you search for a keyword, a filter that appears is boards. There are different types of boards. There are slideshows and studio boards. Let's take a look at one of these examples. Slideshows and studio boards that are created in the Discovery Education Studio can be used for teachers to select digital resources and provide content and instructions. They can also provide a way for students to respond and collaborate. Digital resources can be added to the board or slideshow with listening and viewing activities. Studio boards or slideshows can contain everything a student needs to do during a time period similar to a hyperdoc or playlist, including digital resources and extension and remediation activities. As you can see, these are some extension activities, or you could provide remediation learning. Students can also create their own studio boards or slideshows and work collaboratively with other students on these projects and build their own projects or digital portfolios. Slideshows are a new feature within Discovery Education. Let's take a look at a slideshow. So we're going to go back to boards, and that one was a board that we looked at. Now let's look at this slideshow. They're a new feature within Discovery Education Studio. Studio boards are scrollable pages, so they go up and down, while slideshows have a fixed dimension, and they provide a presentation feel to the slideshow, and they can also be self-paced lessons for your students. You can also add teacher notes to the slideshow, so you can add notes for yourselves as you're going through the slideshow, similar to a Google slideshow or PowerPoint, where a board would be a huge like poster board. So that's the difference between a slideshow and board. If you do come across a board or slideshow that you like, you can copy this and edit it. So you don't have to use the slideshow that is here. If you want to go and edit, you just like certain parts. So you can click the copy button and then copy and continue. And now we're into the studio itself, and we can edit this. So we could edit the different parts of this slideshow. So we can go in and edit the words. To get to the studio itself, when we are on the Discovery Education homepage, we do have the studio icon, or in the global navigation, the waffle, you can click on studio, and this will take you to the studio where all of those that you've copied can be found. So these are ones that I have copied, but you could also create your own. So you can start from scratch here. So you can create a board or a slideshow or edit someone else's. So if we click Let's Create, we can select a board or a slideshow, and we're going to select board. So the board starts this size, but as we add more content, it will grow in size. You can also add templates to the board. So if you click right here, you can add templates, and that will give you an outline for your board to use, or you can just have a blank page. You can add multiple pages to boards and multiple pages to slideshows. You can easily add a variety of content to your board or slideshow by clicking the plus symbol. And you can search Discovery Education for videos, audio, and other resources. Or if you've added it to your quick list, this is an easy way to add things to your board or slideshow is from your quick list. So if you've been adding things to the quick list, you can add these videos to your board. And you can adjust the size. And you can also move these around by the 3 little dots that appear right here. You can also upload your own movies or resources to the board. You can add text boxes. So we can add a text box. And once you type, so maybe this will be the title, we can format the text by clicking on the edit button, and we can select different themes or displays, how we want the display to be. We can also copy or delete. Furthermore, we can add a button. A button is like a hyperlink. So when we click edit on the button, we can choose what text to put and then what URL link it will send the students to when they click on the button. And then we can test that link if we want to. Furthermore, we can add quiz items such as a short answer. So in this, we just type the question here. And then students would respond in this text box. In the assignments video, in this series, the one that's titled Assignments, you can see how it looks on the student end when they've been assigned a board with quiz questions on it. You can also do a single selection. So this would be the question, and then you have your options, and only one option is correct. You could also do a multiple selection, and that will give you multiple selections that are correct. Another one is a block, and this one you could type a question or give them directions. So find a resource with a polar bear. Apologize for my misspelling. And they would have to go out on Discovery Ed and find a resource for those directions and attach it here. So that's another fun one you can do on the board or slideshow. You can also customize your board to different images in the background or patterns for the background of your board. So it kind of makes it a little fun in the back, however, what theme you have. And then finally, you can add notes for yourself. So this will only be the teacher will be able to see these notes and not the student. So if you were doing a slideshow and presenting it in front of the class, you could have notes about what to read on each slide. And then to save this, right now it's in draft mode, and to get it to publish mode to be able to assign it to your students, you need to click the share button and then just click share again, and you'll have a shareable link that you can send your students. So we can get this shareable link right here, or you can assign it with the Discovery Ed assignments. And when you click continue, you would choose an assignment date and then a due date for the assignment. You would select your class. These classes are being imported in from Clever because to get into Discovery Ed, you're actually going through your Clever portal. So you can choose your class, and then if you want you can assign all students or just select certain students to assign. And then you can go to your assignment manager, which we will talk about in a future video. Students can also collaborate on their Discovery Ed board. So if they did have a board that they wanted to collaborate with another student, they could also share it with that student. So that's a way to collaborate, make this a collaborative board or slideshow. So just a couple fun ideas you can use with these studio boards and slideshow. You can also copy or click edit to edit the board. Once again, to get to Discovery Ed Studio, it is here on the home page or on the global navigation. And to find a board, you can search for a keyword or just click the search button and you can go to boards.